Hi everyone, it is me and welcome to another video. If you notice something different with my voice, you need to go check those ears. So, today I am here to talk about the gaming industry back in the old days, and when I am referring to the old days I am not talking about the last century. Screw that, I am not a fossil. Anyways, buying a video game before those microtransactions appeared was wonderful. You knew when you went to the store and bought a game that was it. You would have access to the whole experience without the company charging you more for an expansion with 1 hour and half gameplay. By stating this, I am not calling out any particular company because many companies do this and it's just a trend at this point. What really infuriates me is charging ridiculous amounts of money for house decoration, clothing and some new landscape to explore for more money than the fucking game. Yes, I am throwing this directly at Sims, which is a perfect example. But we know at the end of the day people will buy it because this propaganda works. But what is ironic in this whole situation is that nowadays we search before buying a game we are interested in. Back in the day when we were either kids and just wanted a new game, or we were huge fans of a certain franchise and we would blindly buy it. 90% of the time we would not be disappointed despite not doing any research, but nowadays you can never be 100% sure about anything even with research. And what is funnier is the fact that games made of movies were actually pretty good. Of course you had some pretty questionable games, yeah. But overall they were entertaining. Most of them consisted on platforming, but a lot of times they would combine the platforming with other factors such as RPG and 3D shooters. I can give one of the best examples of one of these video games, which is Harry Potter. This is an amazing game, and oh boy, the PS1 Hagrid is legendary. Another good example I can think of is Simpsons Hit and Run, which is not a movie per se but a TV show. This game was the PG version of GTA, and this is not necessarily a bad thing because this game was a gem and some may say it was pretty underrated. But that was the magic of these games. You would buy the most random games ever made and you would be surprised in a good way. And although these games did not have the budget that most of nowadays games have, a lot of times we would get bangers. I mean, who would have thought that a game such as Pepsi Man would turn out to be a classic? You go out there and pick up some random game where you are walking around and suddenly you fight some giant with an epic soundtrack because fuck, why not? That is the magic I am talking about. The magic of buying a video game, aiming happily for copper but ending up finding gold, and even if it is not gold it is still special because your goal was fulfilled, which was the full experience when you bought that game. Without the game charging extra money for the experience that should have been connected and not separated. And with that being said, my intention by making this video is not to simply bash on the modern video games, even if it seems so. My intention is to look back and realize how much the gaming industry has changed through time. We just have to accept it, and of course the old games were not always perfect, and we have to consider the nostalgia factor because video games not always age well. Nowadays games have a lot of advantages when compared to old games. Developers have more freedom because the current technology allows so in comparison to the games back in the day. They have better graphics and more features that we did not have previously. Not to mention the fact that the companies and their developers are put under a lot of pressure and the consumers are more picky and demanding than before. But hey, that is just the way it is. Alright guys, we reached the end of the video. Let me know what you think and if you like this video formula. Make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not yet. I will see you guys in the next one.